Hey guys, Miss Singlefied here, answering guys' dating questions from a woman's perspective. I've missed you guys, I really have, and thank you to all of you who reached out to me and messaged me asking if I was okay, where I've been. I've been totally okay, just life has taken over. I'm working on several baby projects right now, so I'm happy to be back making videos for you guys. A couple of announcements. Some of you have noticed that I am steering away from answering your personal questions through email because it's just too daunting. So if you have an urgent question that you want to get answered, everything can be answered through my Fiverr page, which is below, and also through this link. The other announcement I have is that I recently launched a dating podcast. It's called Dateable, and it's specifically about dating in San Francisco. But the takeaways and the learnings that we have on the show are universal, no matter what city or what country you're in. So on each episode, my male co-host and I talk to a guest who tells us their dating story, and then we dissect it, discuss it, and find some key learnings from the story. And it's been really, really fun so far. Right now, we have about 8 episodes up. If you live in San Francisco and you want to be on the show, definitely email us through dateablepodcast.com. We're always looking for new guests and always looking for your fun stories. And you can listen to that show right now at dateablepodcast.com. So let's go on to our question of the day. I don't want to waste any more time, except I want to just show you guys this silly little thing I have on the back of my phone. It's called the love handle, and just kind of sticks to the back of your phone so you have better traction holding on to it. I drop my phone all the time, so I found this to be pretty handy, but it's also just a very silly thing to have. And no, I have not been paid by them to showcase their product. I just think it's super silly and fun and useful. Question of the day comes from Samir, who says, "Dear Miss Singlefied, I recently started hanging out with this girl I really like, but she seems sort of unresponsive to my text messages. How much texting is too much texting in the beginning of a relationship?" All right, putting my phone down for this one. Whatever rules you've heard about texting, throw that out the door right now, because this is something that's different for everyone. Some people prefer lots of texting and some people hate texting. So I would say you need to be informed about 2 things. Okay, first is about self-awareness. And think about, what is your preference when it comes to texting with someone you really like? Really sit down and think, oh, what is my preference when it comes to that? You know, maybe I realize I really do not like texting. Or you might say, I guess I really do like texting with someone I really enjoy. And I really enjoy texting with them every day. So 1, determine what your preference is when it comes to communication and texting. 2, find out what her preference is. So the easiest way to do this is to just ask her. Be like, I really enjoy staying in contact with you. What is your preferred method of me staying in contact with you? Do you prefer texting over calling you on the phone? Or do you prefer that I call you more? If you just straight up ask a girl that question, they're gonna be so impressed because they've probably never been asked that question before. So for you to be mature enough to ask her, she would be very impressed by that. And she will give you a straight up answer. But if you're too shy to ask her directly, here's something else you can do. You ask her in a roundabout way. Next time you're around her, start talking about past relationships or your exes or dating in general, and start talking about pet peeves. What are some things that you really don't like when it comes to dating behavior? So you could be like, one of my pet peeves about dating is small talk over text, because I find that counterproductive. What do you think about that? And then she'll give you her opinion. However you get that information from her, at least now you know what her preference is. And when you're open about your communication style, both of you will be on the same page and your expectations will be aligned. But aside from all that, there are a couple things I want you to think about when it comes to texting. What is your purpose? If your purpose in texting her every day is to ask her out again, stop with the small talk and just ask her. Hey, awesome weather today. So bored at work. Check out this emoji. Funny picture from the internet. If all of that is you trying to get to, do you want to go out with me on Saturday? Then just ask that question. Keep your eyes on the prize, and your text messages should be with purpose. In the beginning of a courtship or relationship, there really is no need for too much banter or too much small talk, because what you're really trying to do is get to know each other in person. There are a lot of things that could be misinterpreted over text, so you don't want to risk that happening in the beginning. The other thing I want you to keep in mind when it comes to texting is to keep your style consistent. What is your texting style? Do you like to text on a daily basis? Do you like to text, a few times a week? When you're consistent in your communication style, it makes a girl feel more comfortable being with you. But when you're a little erratic and some days you text a lot and some days you don't, then it makes her think that you're flighty, or she may think you're unstable. What you want to do is keep whatever style you have consistent. But if you foresee anything that could interrupt your consistency, for example, going on a trip, busy at work, busy at school, family reunions, if you foresee things happening that will disrupt this consistency, just let her know. I'm preparing for this huge presentation in the next couple days, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet on my end, but I would love to see you on Saturday if you're free. Just be very communicative. Communication is not something we've ever learned in school, which is a bummer, but this is something you can start learning now, no matter what age you're at. The better you are at communication, the better you will be at dating, and the better your relationships will be. And that leads to happiness, better sex life, better work life. It's just better all around. Okay, I'm done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, you can ask your questions directly to me on Fiverr, and you should listen to my podcast, dateablepodcast.com. And on that note, Samir, you've been Singlefied. So you may be wondering what my texting pet peeves are, or not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I absolutely hate the overuse of emojis and emoticons. There was someone I was texting with who ended every sentence with a winky face emoji. Every sentence. What are you doing Friday? Just got out of work. I'm hungry. I mean, if you're going to use emojis, at least diversify them. So if you ever want to annoy me, just send me a message with only emojis. That's it. Don't even have words in it. You will be blacklisted in my book for life. Well, maybe not for life, for at least a month.